My spiritual moment here. So there are many people that wait when they have a crisis, loss, trauma, the point where they can't go on to business as usual. They hit rock bottom, they have a dark moment in the soul, or they have what I call a moment of reckoning. So it's a point where we begin to look at our thoughts, our feelings, everything that's happening in life and things that are going on. I had reached a second one of these, which I didn't realize this past week. Good friend reminded me, she asked me, what are you doing questioning life so much? And what are you doing questioning friendships and new friendships and those that are close to you? Because it's not normally me. And I had to realize as of yesterday, and actually this started last Sunday. I had a very close friend who introduced me to church and back to God and back to my roots, so to speak, in spiritual connection. I'd lost that spiritual connection. And therefore, things that are now happening, and we all have those challenges that come along in life, I started to question my faith and my trust in things, which isn't normally like me. I coach women for a living, happy, positive, life goes on. I coach people how to have that faith, how to have that trust. And so I had to come to grips with this. And then yesterday, sitting in church, as I was sitting in the back pew, and we were singing the longing about God's love, and listening to the sermon, the tears were rolling down my face, and I realized I had lost my own spiritual connection and my own foundation, and that alone had me rethinking things. I was questioning things I would never question in the past. So every now and then, those things come up, and I guess what I'm going to say to folks is that everybody needs to have a spiritual foundation, and that foundation, whether it's God, for me it's God and angels, and to go back to prayer, and to go back to trust, and to go back to faith. Everything happens for a reason. People come in our lives for a reason, but we don't need to be questioning every single thing. It's about trust and faith, even in things that we can't see. And just because it's not sitting right in front of me today doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So for the first time, I had the faith, the trust, the love. It's a great feeling. And it made me realize it's very important, and it's very important to keep my faith up. So this is my spiritual moment of reckoning, where I do go back to the foundation. And when this happens, we've got to look at things like, don't go back and beat ourselves up for what happened in the past. I've made mistakes all week long that I wish I could take back. But I can't. I was going through this emotional roller coaster ride due to several deaths that have occurred, and losing a close friend that's coming up. And that'll shake you to your very core. So again, I have to trust the process, feel those feelings and feel those emotions, go through the grief, but then move forward and move on, and not question the living and those around me, and not think that everything around me, is falling apart. And that's hard when your world crumbles. So when your world comes crashing down and crumbles, find your spiritual foundation, find God. And if it's not God, find that spiritual foundation for you. But turn back to source. Turn back to your higher power. That's where your strength is going to be. Turn all of those cares and worries back over to God and to your higher power. That is definitely where the strength lies. And so for that, thank goodness this is a brand new week. And thank goodness I feel like I'm coming home. So this is a coming home for me. To feel closer to my source and to God, to trust myself, to trust in Him. And one of the phrases that came out last night is, I trust the strength of my God. And I do. I trust the strength of my God and the love of my God. And so, this is a very spiritual moment for me. So with that said, that's where my life's at. And so, thanks.